Hey, it's James from Finney Electrical, and on today's video we're installing this ring floodlight. Let's get into this. Right, we're into the job now then. So it should be a nice easy one. So we've got this ring light to fit then. And then we've got floodlight cam wired plus. So obviously it's going to be hardwired. It's a link to the ring app, and then you'll be able to view any kind of activity in this area then. It'll notify you, and it'll work as a security light as well. So those lights will come on and turn on. You can. It's also got like a siren. So if you're inside and your son's in your garden, you're like, they shouldn't be there, you hit the siren button and it's super loud. So we've got an existing light here. That's going to just swap over. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll take this down then. Looks like all the bricks below and behind it, so hopefully we can get this light fitting over that and get a fix in somehow. But yeah, that's going to fit there. We'll try and get it centered, and it should overlook this garden nicely. There we go then. So we've got a little twin and earth coming through and a little stub of a copper inhead. So hopefully we can strip that back and get access to that, and then bring that into his light fitting. Yeah, we'll get this, get the power killed, a bit of safe isolation, make sure it's fully dead and locked off, and then we'll get this light fitting taken down, and we'll have a look at getting this ring light fitted. Yeah, that's down now then. So, let's get this ring light box open then. This is the ring floodlight then. So floodlight cam wired plus. Let's get him open then. There we go. Nice bit of presentation. Can we do it one-handed? Yes we can. That'll do. Beautiful, look at that. So that's the camera there. It's got a little 180-degree PIR there. So that obviously sends people knocking about. And then these are little LED floodlights. So it looks like a warm white LED if you look at that colour. So if it's more orange, then it's normally warm white. If it's like a yellow, it's usually 4000K, like a cool white or 5000. There you go, let's get him out then. So you get a cool little tool with this then. So you get the screwdriver, but what some people don't know, you pop that off. You can. You pop him out, and then that is the actual Allen key to tighten your nuts on at the end. So you can use that to tighten it. There we go. Did you know that? It's not just a holder. Right, here's a little booklet then. So there's a few screws in here, and there is a QR code which we need to scan at the end. But we can do it at the end. So basically, when it comes to the actual setup, you get your ring app, you scan this QR code, and then it'll actually all pair up for you nicely, and it just does it all for you. So we'll have to go through that setup a bit later. Right, I'll actually use the official screws. I never like using them, do I? But let's give them a go then. So we've got these little plugs which don't look like they're doing much. Same in for the screws. So let's just give them a go then. We'll see how we do with them. And we've got the little nuts there. They always give a spare one because you always drop one, don't you? And it goes into the abyss. Right, let's get this back plate off then. Pop him off. So it just comes like that taped. That'll obviously wire into these little terminal blocks, and then it's just live earth neutral and a little cable clamp. So let's go up there then. Right, so we're gonna have to try and fit this over here into a position where that cable can have an entry and it'll actually fit. So I'm gonna do some rejigging and see what we can do. It's not ideal. I'll have to use that fixing hole and pack it out. I don't know. Not ideal when there's a big hole behind it, is it? Now you talk about clutch, flipping out that only just fit in there, look at that. That's solid. And that just reached that earth into there. Plus it's a plastic fin, so it doesn't really need it. In fact, that bit's metal, so it does need it. But anyway, I don't think the glass too. Nah, the full thing's metal. So yeah, it does need an earth. There we go, CPC. So what I'll do then is get this wired on then. So it's got this cool rope that comes with it, if you want to call it. You can hang it. So it's got a little hook, if you look there. Just hooks on. You can get him on. And that's it. So it's got a little hook then, so you can actually wire it up without having to kind of play it like a violin and twiddle it with your fingers. We can get that wired in, and then we can just push it up, and Then those 2 or 3 screws that come with it, hopefully don't drop one into the abyss. You can get that twiddled on with your orange little screwdriver. Job's done. Power back on, and then we'll get it signed up to the app. So yeah, it's a really quick one, this one. Look at that, how posh is that? Pop them in there. Get this fitted up. Can we do it one-handed? I think we got it. There we go. Get those little eyeballs out of the way. Okay, that'll do. Oh, we do like the peel. Look at that. Lovely. So we'll get that turned on then, and then we'll get this set up in the app then. If you look there then, that's your QR code you scan in the app, and that's around it. Get these facing where you want them to face. We've got one for this area, one will cover this area, so if anyone comes around the corner, ping, pings on, scares them off. It'll do a notification, you can even talk through it. So if someone's in your garden, this has got a speaker and a microphone, so you can go, "Who is it?" And if they don't tell you who it is, you can click the siren button and it goes, "Doo." So but yeah, we'll try and demonstrate that without annoying the neighbours. But yeah, we've got another one to fit then, which will cover this section of the garden then. So let's just do that straight away. Now that was easy. Right then, let's get these cameras set up then in the app. App time then, so what we're going to do then is go into the Ring app. I don't know if you can see this on here. This is like the home screen. So you go on there, and then what you do is click devices. He hasn't got a subscription yet, so he can actually answer it as a doorbell. He can just view the camera, but essentially you just click add device, that little plus, security cameras, and it's asking for that QR code. So I'm just going to scan that. So ready to scan, allow camera access, yes. There we go, so I just scanned it, and then I'm not going to have the customer's address, but yeah. And you say what it's for, so it's for the garden. I've removed the film, and we're just going to have a look. Has your floodlight cam been installed? Yes, it's been installed. And then you have to basically type in the password then, so you have your password. We're going to connect into the Ring's Wi-Fi, essentially it sets up a Wi-Fi. There we go, it's pinging on, flashing away. And then what we're going to do then is type in the customer's, find the network, type in the customer's password, and then it should connect up. It might do like a firmware or like a software update, and then you're basically good to go. It should appear on the Ring app. There we go, connecting. So I've just typed in the customer's password there, continue, and then it's basically going to talk about zones, sharing it to different people. So you can have privacy zones. If it overlooks like your neighbour's property, you can put a black box on it, so it won't record that section. But you can only put it in a rectangle box. You can't do a diagonal, so that sometimes can cause issues. But yeah, it's just installing an update at the moment. And then once it's finished, it should pop up on the Ring app, and we should be able to set the siren off. But yeah, we might need to sign up to the subscription first. Right, same setup for this then. So devices, plus security cameras. I'm ready to scan. Give it a scan. It's just on the back. There, it's found it. And now we can, so it's garden, remove the film, it's been installed, and you go through the same setup, and then we'll have 2 cameras in. There we go, that's loading then, so we didn't even have to type in the password that time, it just popped up straight away. There we go, success. It's probably going to do an update again, let's just skip all this for now. Just going to set that up later.
Now installing an update. This may take several minutes.
Right, let's go on the garden one. There we go, and you can set that siren up onto like a Alexa, whatever. Alexa, turn on siren. I'm being robbed. Just round the other side then. So on the app then, that's me there on the app. You can also get it via your Alexa, stuff like that. You can link it to that. And so you can turn the lights on. So if you look there, if we just click the light button, and there we go, the lights are on. So you can permanently turn them on and off, or they'll just work as a floodlight. So you can kind of change all that. You've got motion detection, motion alerts. You can have a schedule where you might not want it going off during the night, or I don't know. You can basically tell it when you want it to sensor. But yeah, they're dead good, I think. And you can also talk through it then. So if I leave you here, see if you can hear me. Hello, who's there? There we go. Put the light on. Siren's going on. Thief. There we go. It works. So there we go, that's how we install the Ring floodlights then. So we've got 2 of those working, we've got the doorbell, and yeah, it's a pretty good system. So obviously you have to sign up for the membership then. Well, I think one device it's like £4 or something. and then for multiple devices it might be like £7 or something. I should get these prices before telling you. But anyway, there's a membership, but if not, it just works as like a viewing. You can view the cameras essentially for free. If you want to speak through it and record, then you need to pay for that. But on a normal security system, it basically records and then it wipes over what you recorded. But with this system, then you can look back for months or a year ago, whatever to date, and actually get that recording up if there's any events that happen. So it's quite a good system really. So a conventional system would wipe what you've just, I don't know, it might only have like a month or 2 months loop, or it depends on the size of the hard drive. But for these, yeah, you got loads of time, and it'll save forever kind of thing. So it's pretty cool, and you can download the footage, send it over to people, so it's a lot easier to work with. If you like this kind of content, then hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you know when we next upload. That's always have a good one from me, and we'll see you on the next one.